Hey all, Paul Morey here. I'd like to spend a few moments today to share some information with regard to the upcoming contract expiration. As all of you know, the 2019 UAW Ford agreement expires at 11:59 Thursday night. I want to share some of the information that we've been able to gather. I just want everyone to know there's a lot of moving parts. There's been a lot of talk on social media. There's been a lot of a chatter around the plants and whatnot. What I'd like to do today is just provide the most basic information of what we need to expect moving forward. So, as I said, the contract expires Thursday night. So a couple things could happen. We could have a tentative agreement. In that case, we would go through the regular process of the ratification. So another thing, we could get an extension to the deadline. That's a possibility as well. Thirdly, there could be targeted strikes. If a strike is called, it may not be a general strike. It could be targeted to specific locations. And lastly, a general strike could be called. In the event of that, I just want to share a few things that we need to know if that happens, if the word comes out. We want to make sure that everybody who is working at the time, make sure your work area is safe. You want to leave the company premises directly and peacefully. And I say that because we don't want anything to happen walking out the door potentially that could come back to haunt you when we get back to work again. We don't want to see anybody going through any unnecessary disciplinary action due to something unfortunate happening if we walk out. I do want to say that we do have some small amount of employees that may be required to stay on beyond a strike notification. They would be considered the posted duty or required to operate numbers. It's a limited number, but those employees will be notified well before Thursday in the event that you're going to be asked to work during the strike or leading up to the strike. We'll let you know by Thursday. Strike duty assignments. They have already been determined, and I just want to say that the committee did a great job of trying to align it so that most people could have their strike duty during their regular schedule. We were not able to do that in all instances, but I want to say that a great effort was made to make sure that you were aligned with your regular schedule. We sent out emails, we posted on the bulletin boards in the shops, and we also want everyone to know that you can go to uawlocal600.org. That's uawlocal600.org. All the information will be on there. There's a tab for the MC&T unit. So you'll be able to see if you missed anything that was posted on the boards or if you missed any emails. And speaking of emails, if there is a work stoppage, we will not be able to communicate, obviously, during the Ford Outlook email. So make sure that uawlocal600.org is going to be your point of contact for information in most cases. Also, there was a posting put out, what's on the walls is accurate. We revised some of the names were left off. So Monday, September 11th at 8 a.m. will be the latest, greatest information that'll be posted on the UAW website for strike duty and strike assignments. If you are not on the list, if you do not find your name on any list, please contact the committee room immediately or your committee man and let us know exactly so we can assign you to a strike duty. I do also want to mention that somehow there was a lot of confusion and a lot of our Dearborn truck plant employees were assigned to strike duty for the production unit. Please be careful. If you got a call from some of the strike captains from the Dearborn truck production, please go by the information was sent out by the M&C unit. That is your strike duty. Excuse me. The strike duty location for all maintenance, construction, and transportation employees is going to be at one location. We'll be at Norfolk Southern Building at 17301 Michigan Avenue, and that is directly across the street from World Headquarters. We'll have a staging area, parking, and everything will be set up there. That's where we'll be performing our strike duty. It will be at that location for all maintenance, construction, transportation employees. And we have a map we'll put on the site here. There's a map that tells you exactly where that is. What I did want to go over real quickly, excuse me, I'm struggling with a little laryngitis here. I hope we can get through this. These are some picketing instructions, and I need everyone to abide by these as close as we can. We don't want to have anything unfortunate happen that could cause some problems for us. So these are things you should do while picketing. Peacefully patrol at or near the employee entrances to the facility. We've already got our location. Peacefully attempt to persuade people to honor our picket line and support our strike. State only the reason we are picketing is to protest the company's unfair treatment of its workers. Do not say anything else. Refer questions from the media to the picketing captains. Carry only picket signs provided by the union. Do not alter them or do not make your own sign. Picket only on public property and where directed by the picket captain. Leave the premises immediately if you fear for your personal safety. Report any threats directed at you or other picketers to the captain immediately. And comply with the instructions issued by the picket captains and cooperate with any directions from law enforcement officials. Now I'd like to mention a few things we do not want to do while striking. Do not prevent anyone from entering or leaving a facility. Do not stand in the roadway in front of the facility or otherwise interfere with traffic. Do not gather in groups while picketing. Instead, keep moving in an orderly fashion. Do not threaten anyone with physical harm or property damage. Do not cause physical harm or property damage. And do not put yourself in a position where you can be accused of causing physical harm or property damage. Do not bring alcohol or weapons or anything that could be construed as a weapon. No guns, knives, sticks, etc. to the picket line. And lastly, do not litter. Your picket captain will be at the site during your scheduled 4-hour rotation. You have to check in with them, make sure that they have your information. They'll check you in and check you out. And I'd like to make a special note. This question came up quite a bit. If a strike is called, you have your duty, your 4-hour increment of time that you have your strike duty. Please follow that process, even if you haven't signed up for strike pay. So some people wanted to know if they have to go to the local before they go to their strike duty. No, we need you to go to your assigned strike duty, even if we haven't signed up for strike pay yet, because that may come after the fact. So I just want to be very clear on that. Thanks. With regard to strike pay, maintenance, construction, transportation unit employees will be required to go in person to Local 600. You must be there to file for strike pay. Obviously, we're going to be at the 10550 Dix Avenue at the local. And the way they're going to do it is the folks that have the last name from A to M will report at 8 a.m. to noon. And then the folks with last names from N to Z will be required to show up from noon to 4. What I have to tell you right now is we do not have a date for when that is going to be. We do know that maintenance, construction, transportation will be the first unit that signs up for strike pay. What we don't know is the date. So again, we need everybody to pay attention to your captains and to the information provided on uawlocal600.org. That will tell you exactly when to show up at the local to assign for strike pay. It'll be $500 per week. And it's really important when you show up at the local that you must have your phone. We will be scanning a QR code. And from that QR code, you'll be able to enter information. And it'll be similar. We'll have this on the web as well. But there's information that you need to fill out to be able to apply for the strike pay. And I do want to say the things that you're going to be required to enter into that QR code, you're going to have picture identification, your home address, social security number, your date of birth. For your dependents, you need their legal name, their birth dates, their social security numbers, and also you need the bank account that you're going to want this direct deposit to go into, and you also need the routing number. So a lot of people, the best bet is to bring a blank check. If you have a checking account, if you can bring a blank check, it has the routing number and the account number affixed to the check. The other thing is we also need you to bring your current medical card. There'll be information that'll have to be provided from your medical insurance plan. Bring your medical information with you as well. Okay, with that said, I just want to say that I can't thank my team enough here at the committee. They've done a great job in pulling together. I had some concerns about how this was all going to be put together. I can tell you, no one wants to strike. We don't prefer that. But if we need to, if our national negotiators decide we need to strike, they feel that's an important part of the process, we will strike, we will stick together. And I'm really proud of our over 1,000 members in our unit for their comments, their support. And I can't thank the membership, and I can't thank my team enough. I just want everybody to remember we're going to stick together, we're going to stay strong, and we're going to win a great national contract. Thank you all. Good night. We'll see you soon.